Eric Linask here at ITEXPO in Miami, Florida. In the studio today with me, Don Palmer from Cyprin. Don, great to have you on board.
Thanks, Eric. Great to be here. As always, TMC, great show, great venue, lots of great people.
Thank you. Really always appreciate the compliments. It seems like every time we talk here at the show, you've got something exciting to talk about, something exciting that Cyprin's been working on.
Well, yeah, and again this year we feel pretty excitable. We're fortunate to be able to still be in the business. 8 years now running. We've got a good foothold in the SMB market, and we're actually branching up into more of the enterprise market. And that's largely due to the fact that we're more advancing our software with not just features and everything, but advancing our software to other companies that are OEMing our product. So we're pretty excited about offering that out there as an alternative. We do a lot of turnkey stuff, and this is how we started. But the software, allowing companies to take it, put their own label on it. A lot of companies aren't going to spend the money to spend a year or two to develop something when that's not their core business.
Right.
I'm not out there developing PBXs or anything. So if we all work together and you can find some synergy in that, that's what we're doing.
Now, are these companies just taking your software and just putting their label on it and selling it as is, or are they integrating it into larger product portfolios?
Well, I think initially they're just selling it as is, and to where a solution fits. They've got their product, and then it's just an add-on feature, but it's something they didn't have the capability of doing. But there's a couple of these companies that look like they're going to integrate it right into their box. So you're right. It's going to be actually a totally different thing, and we're pretty excited. Actually, today before I came here, we got some good news from another major company at the show here. Can't divulge the name yet, but very excited, and that's going to go into a box with all the goodies already on it. So we'll be just a part of that whole solution that's within that box.
And it makes a whole lot of sense. If there are good products out there, high quality products out there, there's no point spending the time, energy, money, reinventing the wheel. Let's just go buy the wheel from somebody else.
Right. Well, hey, look, you're not going to get any argument from me on that, but I could tell a lot of these CEOs of companies that's what you ought to do, but a lot of them don't see it my way. But hey, if you're not going to spend the money or have the time or have the money to go out and develop something, and you've got a very viable product ready and you're missing something, hey, put the pieces together, right? So and do it that way. And what's the end game? Getting a solution out to the customer, right? To the end user, the customer that needs something, and that something is a basket full of goodies, and you can offer them the goodies. So there you go.
In this case, it's a basket of phone call recordings.
Yeah, that's right.
Does the work with the OEM partners, is that going to help you move further into the enterprise space?
I think so, and we're excited about that because some of these companies that we're dealing with, and again, we'll come out with some announcements probably within the next month, the next few months. These are larger companies, and they deal with larger clients, so there's more end users. And so we're talking about an end game that's a little bit bigger. And, of course, when you're dealing with the software and these folks have got their hardware and the hardware is more robust, whatever, you can put more oomph into it, and it's going to drive the licensing a little bit more.
Will it be easier for you with these partners to get into the enterprise space? You've done very, very well in the SMB space. A lot of times it's difficult to sort of jump that hurdle.
Sure.
and then move upstream. With the same product portfolio, and not through any fault of yours, but you become very well known and respected in the SMB space. It's tough to convince the enterprise, but you're able to now find some partners whose brands are known and recognized in the enterprise space.
No, you're hitting the nail on the head, and there's no disrespect there. I mean, you got to get to a point where I've been doing this 37 years now. So either you're, you have to have a little bit of arrogancy about you to get out there and do something good, but you can't be stupid either. I hope I've learned after all these years that I know where I live, I know where I play, and so I wasn't sad about that. But you're absolutely right. Some of these folks are going to allow me to get into a bigger market space. I mean, but it's got their name on it. What's the difference? It's what we're providing them. The market space will be higher. I don't have to be that arrogant. It doesn't have to have my name on it. It doesn't matter to me.
How competitive is the call recording space right now?
It's actually getting a little bit more competitive, which I was a little bit surprised at it, because when I entered into it 8 years ago, there was a handful, and then it was like, hey, call recording is going to really have to be needed, and it's really going to be a feature. Everybody's going to have it, and compliance is coming, and compliance is coming, and compliance is coming, and it was just a slow trudge through the mud through that, if you will. And then now it's like, boy, the articles that you guys, in fact, one of the last magazine articles about call recording, and there's a lot of players jumping into it, and they're saying, boy, it's the right time to be in that genre. So it's there's some players coming in. But look, I met one of the guys today from a competitor, and I'm a friendly guy. Everybody can compete. It's America. I said, look, Ford doesn't. I like Ford. Ford doesn't sell every car, right? And so everybody can do well.
Well, I think also it's safe to say that competition breeds innovation. So
Sure.
everybody has got to evolve to keep pace, at least with the competitive market.
You got to step up. You're going to have to step up and put your thinking cap on. What's the other guy doing? Of course, you have to play like that. Can't sit back on your laurels. You'll be left in the dust.
So what are you looking forward to in 2015?
Well, I'm looking forward to this growth with this type of the software and OEMing and meeting these types of companies that want to do business with SIPprint. We're very flexible. We customize things. Our software development group. That's always been the nice thing about SIPprint. We actually will customize our product for you. We already do a myriad of things, but we'll add some more things to it and do some customization. So, in other words, we can turn on a dime, right? We're not Apple. We're not doing $80 billion a year, and so we can turn on a dime, and that's what I like about it. So I'm poised this year, I think, to jump up into that, providing our solution to these companies and seeing how far it takes us, and I'm excited about it.
Well, that's great to hear, Don. Thank you, as always, for being on the show. Glad you're here at ITEXPO again.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure.